Now, you can run search network and the search partners together, but I would never recommend to keep the same campaign for all the three of them, or search and display networks, because these are different networks. You get different CTRs, different click-through rates, different conversion rate, cost per conversion, and so on. I would absolutely take the display network out and keep it in a separate one if you wish to run the display campaign, your ads on the display campaign. So what you want to do is, when you're setting up a campaign, you need to just uncheck those boxes. Now, you will find that those boxes are already checked. Now let's go into our account, and I'm gonna create a new campaign. Okay, and I'll just create a simple campaign, and got to be search campaign, obviously. There. So this is what I mean by keeping them separate. So the default setting is that they are already checked, and a lot of you guys and advertisers oversee this thinking that these need to be checked. They don't need to be checked. You can quite easily uncheck them, but you will get a kind of like a little warning message. Most advertisers include their ads on Google search partner sites. Now, which sites these are? These are like AOL, ask.com, and some other sites on their Google search partners network. So what that means is that your ads will only appear on the Google page. So when somebody goes to the Google page homepage and puts in the search term query, that's where it's going to run. Now, definitely uncheck that. And what you can do is you copy and paste the whole campaign, and then just change that, come back in here and just put it over here. So that means you've got the ads running on the GDN. Now, the reason why you separate this out is, the most important thing is, you will get a lot of impressions and your CTR will be very low. So it will muddy the campaign data. So definitely keep them separate, because they are targeted for different types of audiences. The search network is where you have intent. People are looking for a solution to their problem, whereas over here we are targeting by the audience, where I may stumble upon an ad when I'm browsing or surfing the internet. So that's why we would keep them separate. The next thing, best practice you want to do is to definitely keep your ad groups very tightly knitted with your keywords. So keep your keywords very same or similar to each other, and not have a wide variety of keywords in the same ad group. You separate them out. The reason being is, if you have got a good set of keywords which are relevant to each other, then your ad in that ad group will be super relevant to those set of keywords. If you've got lots of different ones, so let's say you are selling it's a shoe shop, right? You're running shoes, football shoes, tennis shoes, or any kind of other shoes, let's say party shoes or whatever. Men's shoes, women's. So you can see what I mean by that, right? And now what you need to do is to have all of these in a separate ad group. If you are running a search campaign, don't have them all in the same ad group, because then you can put in the brand keywords. You can target those for the running shoes, or for the football shoes, and so on, or the different types of shoes, because football shoes will be different to tennis shoes, obviously, and there will be different styles of shoes, so you want to keep them separate in each of the ad groups, right? Try and avoid broad match at all times unless it is absolutely necessary, because it is going to use up a lot of your budget, and you will find that your ads are being shown for a lot of irrelevant search terms. So you can use broad modified BMM and make it a bit more relevant to your keywords, and make negative keywords your best friend. I'll always say in any presentations or whenever I talk about keywords, that negative keywords is what you need to keep updating all the time, and have a good set of keywords which will then cut out all the wasted spend. What you also want to do is look at your search term report, and from there you keep on adding good performing search queries to your campaigns, and then those which are wasting the budget and you're getting clicks. So what I call these are non-converters and high spenders. You can sort them out by either that any keyword or any search term which has got no conversions and has spent more than, let's say, $20 or $30, depending on the cost of your click. Because if your CPCs are $50 or $60, which some keywords are, then it's all relevant. But if your keywords are $1, then you can set up that filter. So let's go into our account, and I'm going to go into one of my test accounts. There's no data in here, but at least you will see where it is. So you go under keywords, and then there it is over here, search terms. And in here what you could do is then you can create a filter. Obviously you will not get any results in here, so we can say I want to find search terms which had more than 20 clicks and less than 1 conversion. What that means is that is 0 conversions. So you will find a list over here, then you can look at it. You will find a lot of these search queries will be about your competitors or other brands, and if you want to exclude them out, you can select all of them and pause them all at once. Or what you could do is then you can also save this filter for future use. So you can come in here once a week. I would recommend you do that and have a look, and then you keep putting them in your negative list. At the other end, what you can also do is you can say I want to find search queries which had more than 1 conversion. So you'll get all the converted search term queries which you want to add in your ad groups, and you can quite easily do that.